Okay, so today we're doing point slope formula. This is a formula to help you write an equation for a line whenever you don't have the graph of the line. We're just given some information about the line. We need to write the equation. It looks complicated. You'll recognize some things from the slope formula, but it's not too bad. Y minus y1 equals m, and then in parentheses we're going to have x minus x1. Okay, I'm going to bold y1, m, and x1 because these are my numbers that are going to change. I'm actually going to plug real numbers in for those. So we're just going to jump right in. A line that passes through -2, 3 with a slope of 4. Okay, so I know these three numbers, 4, -2, and 3, have to be one of these. So I'm just going to label them. What do you think is 4? It's my slope. What letter up there represents slope? M. So 4 is M. And then 2 and 3, or sorry, -2 and 3. -2 is going to be my x1 because it's my x, so the coordinate 3 is going to be my y1. Okay? Now I just plug it into my equation. So I start out with y minus y1, which is 3, equals m, which is 4, x minus x1, which is a -2. So hopefully the first thing you recognize is right here, that negative, that should make a positive. Okay, from here, we have to turn this into slope-intercept form, so we have to clean everything up. So the first thing we're going to do is distribute on this side. So 4 times x is 4x. 4 times 2 is 8. Over here, we still have y minus 3. So if you think about the slope-intercept form, it's y equals mx plus b. It's just y on this side. So we're close on this side, but on this side, we need to get rid of that -3 and move it over here. So how do I do that? Well, it's a -3, so I'm going to add 3. Do I add 3 to the 4x or to the 8? It has to go to the 8 because this has an x with it, 3 does not. So what I do on one side, I do on the other. I'm finally left with y equals 4x plus 11. And that's it. A lot of steps, not difficult steps, just a lot of steps to keep track of. Okay, let's do another example. Line passes through 1, 9 with a slope of 2. Okay, I want you to label your points. I'm going to label them without talking, so label your points. So 2 is M, 1 is X1, and 9 is Y1. Okay, I want you to go ahead and write out the equation. Should be y minus 9 equals 2, and then in parentheses, x minus 1. Okay, go ahead and distribute on your own. That'd be 2x minus 2. And then last step is get y by itself. So how am I going to move that 9? I'm going to add 9 on both sides. So that leaves me with y equals 2x. 9 minus 2 is a plus 7. All right, so that's it for step 1. Now we bump it up just a little bit. line passes through 3, -6, and -1, 2. What's different about this one? It doesn't tell us our slope, it gives us 2 points. So we actually have to find our slope first. So this is doing what we did on 3.5, slope formula. Label your points. Okay, so I'm gonna set up my equation, bam. So y2 is 2, so that goes first. And then y1, so -6. And x2, so -1. And then x1, which is 3. What happens right here? These two negatives turn into a positive. So that puts it at 8 on top. If I owe you $1 and then I owe you 3 more, I now owe you $4. 8 divided by -4 is a -2. So I found my m. M is -2. Now I set up my equation. Here's the great thing about this. You can use whichever point you want. Okay, I'm going to use this point because it's smaller than the other one. That's it. So y minus, my y on this one is 2, equals, my slope is a -2. Then I have x minus, my x on this one is a -1. So put a plus sign there because 2 negatives make a positive. I'm going to distribute. So that's -2x minus 2. Okay, then I finally have to get y by itself, so I'm going to add 2, y equals -2x, and that's it, because that adds 0. I don't need to add a plus 0 at the end. So really, that's my answer. Last one. Line passes through 3, 4, and 5, -4. Okay, find your slope. Okay, I really want you to pause this and find slope on your own, see if you can get it right. Okay, hopefully you paused it, you found slope. M equals -4. If you got that, you can skip a few seconds till I start the equation. If you didn't get that, watch how I got it. -4, 4, 5, and then 3. That's going to be a -8 on top because I just add them, keep my negative. That's going to be a 2. -8 divided by 2 is a -4. All right, pause this and try to do the whole equation by yourself. Really, really pause it, do the equation. Okay, hopefully you paused it. Y, I'm going to pick this point just because it's smaller. -4 equals -4, x minus 3. Yeah, y minus 4, -4x. This is where people always mess up. 2 negatives, whenever I'm multiplying, make a positive. So that would be a plus 12. So fix that if you put a -12 because that'll change your answer. Okay, then I'm going to add 4, add 4. So my final answer is y equals -4x plus 16. All right. Lots of steps, not hard ones. So as long as you're following step by step, this should not be too difficult. But as always, let me know if you have any questions.